Hi everyone, Ron Crider reporting for duty today. It is Tuesday. I have the numbers for November the 17th, my day 244. At the end of the day yesterday, the Dow Jones was about 9,950, reaching a new high for its history. 38 more days until Christmas, 44 days left in this year. 35 of 43 radiation days for me, only 8 more days to go, and I'll be finished this whole ordeal. And that's a good thing, and everything is going just fine, and thank you all for inquiring. We're doing well. I remind you each day that I don't put commercials up here, so if you see the commercial, go over here and hit the skip button if you don't want to see the commercials. Once again, I remind you about the school zone over on Beachland Boulevard and all the school zones around the state of Florida. 20 miles per hour is generally the speed limit. It certainly is over here on Beachland. I see people being pulled over every day, day after day after day, so don't get caught over there. Be careful. Take care of our kids out there. Come on. Don't forget to get the flu shot. That's a very important thing. And furthermore, don't forget to push the like button. Thank you very much. I sure would appreciate that. All right, we're not in very good shape. I reported this yesterday, so this is kind of more of the same from yesterday. Florida reported 4,666 new cases of COVID-19. On Monday, a steep drop from more than 10,000 cases recorded on Sunday. However, the state recorded only 62,733 new tests, less than half of the 146,000 tests recorded on Sunday. So the numbers were down, the tests were down. Sunday's numbers were the highest since July the 25th and had continuing a troubling trend of rising numbers in the past couple of weeks. Although Monday's new caseload was far less eye-popping, the state's positivity rate for new infections did increase. On Sunday, the state reported 7.57 positivity rate for new infections. On Monday, that number was 7.95. In the past week, the positivity rate for new infections had trended as high as 9.98%. I remind you each day that's supposed to be under 5%. Just absolutely not good. We have big problems here, and we have to deal with them. No doom and gloom here on my part, just reality. On Monday, the Massachusetts-based company of Moderna reported promising preliminary results for its COVID-19 vaccine trial, coming just a week after Pfizer made its announcement. It offered more hope that there's going to be a way out of this pandemic. Like Pfizer, however, Moderna released only early data from their trial. There's more work to be done on this vaccine, they said. And even if Moderna's vaccine gets the green light from the FDA, it will take months to reach widespread distribution. In the meantime, the United States is suffering a devastating explosion of new cases of COVID-19, says Reuters. Okay. So here, one other thing you need to know about this new vaccine, because each time something changes, something gets a little bit better. Moderna's vaccine is easier to transport. It does not need sub-zero refrigeration and lasts up to 6 months, making it more suitable for rural areas over Pfizer's vaccine. So this vaccine, and it also allegedly is even more effective than the Pfizer's vaccine. So as they continue to come out with these vaccines, they seem to be getting a little bit better. That's very important that we understand. It's not here yet, folks. Nothing has changed. Everything remains exactly the same. I say this day after day after day. It's easier to wear a mask than a ventilator. Please, please, please do that. We're all excited about this vaccine, and we're hoping it's going to work out really well. Neither of them have yet received approval for distribution yet from the FDA. We're hoping that at least Pfizer's will come out very quickly. We're hoping to have some of these vaccines delivered by the end of this month. That's a hope. That's not a promise. That's not a commitment. That's just a plan, and hopefully quite a few more by the end of the year. But don't forget, we have 330 million people here in this country, and quite a few of the initial vaccines will be coming to us. Of course, most of them, a majority of them should be. I don't know. I haven't quite been able to figure out if the government and Operation Warp Speed had anything to do with Pfizer's vaccine or not. At one place it says it did, another place it said it didn't. Now, the government did support Modera's vaccine, and therefore we would get the lion's share of that vaccine once it does become available. Remember, I mentioned this thing about vaccination certificates. Just keep that in the back of your mind. Talk about it among your friends. I think it's really a great idea that if once we get inoculated for COVID-19, that we're issued a certificate, and that gets on file someplace where restaurants and sporting events and so forth can access it and determine if you have been inoculated. And maybe they'll say if you haven't been inoculated, you can't come to that event. And I think, personally, that would be a good idea. I'm sure some of you are going to say, well, that's very racist, that's horrible, that's terrible, it's not constitutional. Oh, I know I can see all that stuff coming. Let me tell you what, I'm a logic-type driven person. I'm not driven from the right, and I'm not driven from the left. I'm driven from what I consider is good, solid logic. One of my best courses in college. Alrighty, let's take a look at the weather forecast for the Treasure Coast. Treasure Coast is Fort Pierce, Vero, and Stewart. I tell you every day, that's where the buried treasure is. Yes, we have lots of buried treasure here on the Treasure Coast. I can't tell you where it is because I don't know exactly where it is myself. But don't tell anybody about the Treasure Coast because that is our secret. This is a private video only just for you to see. So keep the Treasure Coast a secret. Our forecast for today is going to be much cooler than it has been in the past. A mix of clouds and sun today. Today being Tuesday, high 78, winds north 10 to 20 miles per hour. And then tonight, about 10% chance of rain, a few clouds, low 68, winds north-northeast 10 to 20 miles per hour. It's the first time we've had a low in the 60s, and we're liking that. And then tomorrow on Wednesday, windy and partly cloudy, mostly cloudy with diminishing winds later in the day, high 74. A high of 74 tomorrow. Get down to almost wearing a little light sweater. Winds northeast 20 to 30 miles per hour. A higher near gusts are possible. Alrighty, folks, so those are the numbers for today, for Tuesday. Those are the numbers of, at least for our weather forecast. They're not the real numbers. Once again, I need to remind you about these numbers. I didn't get the numbers yesterday until 5, somewhere between 5 and 5:30, and I was in the middle of the other show that I do. So needless to say, I had to hustle and try to multitask and get them done and get them posted. But they didn't actually get up until 6:30, quarter of 7. And that doesn't mean I'm playing hooky here. It just means I get the numbers late. I still have to process all this stuff and put it together. So as you can see when I'm doing this right now, it's 7:25 a.m. on Tuesday morning when I do the first part of this. And then I put the numbers in at the very end as soon as they come in, and I kind of glue it all together. So you see this at 7:25. This 7:25 is when I'm doing it right now. And the end is also early in the morning, but the actual numbers are done exactly as soon as I get the numbers, I put them in there. So just understand the procedure as to how this all goes together. Once again, I want to remind you about the death of Johnny Jetson Toffner. I'm going to have a little bit more to say about that at the end of this video. I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do it, but he was a good friend. We went to high school together, to the Florida Military Academy down in Fort Lauderdale, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that when I come back. But remember to distance space, wear your mask, easier to wear a mask than a ventilator, and here come the numbers. Ron Crider here in the numbers department. For November the 17th, Tuesday, I received the numbers about 5:30, quarter of 6. Here they are. Sorry I'm getting them up late, but other things came up and I had to take care of those first. So here we go. Entire state of Florida, 86 new deaths to report in the past 24 hours, 48 more than yesterday. Yesterday it was 38. As far as positives are concerned, not a good thing. 7,459. Yesterday it was 4,663. That's an increase of 2,796. Positivity rate for the entire state of Florida, 8.60. Taking a look at Dade County, 14 new deaths to report in the past 24 hours, 1,882 new positives. Broward County, 2 new deaths to report, 966 new positives. In Palm Beach County, 8 new deaths to report, 400 new positives. In Orange County, 8 new deaths to report, 410 new positives. Brevard County, that's Melbourne, 4 new deaths to report and 150 new positives. St. Lucie County, that's Fort Pierce, 1 new death to report, and that would be 39 new positives. Now, for the positives versus testings rates for Miami, 8.96. Broward County, 7.99. Palm Beach County, 9.95. Orange County, 8.94. Brevard County, 7.69. And St. Lucie County, 8.11. As you know, these numbers are always supposed to be under 5%. We haven't seen 5% in a long time. This is absolutely not good. I don't need to tell you that. I'm sure you're well aware of that. All right, let's go take a look one more time at Martin County now. Martin County, no new deaths to report, 35 new positives. In Indian River County, no new deaths to report, 32 positives. The positivity rate for St. Lucie County, these are the testings versus the number of positives, 8.11. Martin County, 8.0. And in Indian River County, 8.79. Indian River County, again, no new deaths to report, 32 new positives. There was a correction in Vero Beach, 32960, so we took 2 away from that previous number. It's now 1120 instead of 1122. However, we had 5 new positives in zip code 32963, and in zip code 32967, we had 8 new positives. The positivity rate, this is the deaths right now. This is 7-day moving average number, 51.86. 51.86 is up from 51.57. So once again, red on the screen for that one. Not good. Absolutely not good at all. Let's take a look at these charts here. First, let's take a look at the new cases. I'm going to give you the 7-day moving averages for the new cases. This would be, look at this. Here we are. We're just cranking right back up there. Now, that the one from the 15th was 10,105. That is absolutely huge. So this is just absolutely no good at all in new cases. Now, I will take you down here and show you the graph on the deaths, and we'll make that a 7-day moving average graph. And you'll see here that it's coming down, 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 and now it's creeping back up again. Absolutely not good. Nothing to report here that's very good. Alrighty, folks, let's take a look at the entire United States and where we stand, and this is within the past 48 hours, not 24, but 48. So as far as new deaths were concerned for all of the United States with the past 48 hours was 767 for the entire United States. Texas was in worst place with 78. Michigan was in second place with 55. Illinois was in third place with 42. How about this? Arkansas bumped in here in fourth place with 42. California was in fifth place with 39. Florida was in sixth place with 38. New York was in seventh place with 36. Colorado was in eighth place with 32. Colorado is really creeping up there. They used to have very low numbers. South Carolina in ninth place with 31. Tennessee in 10th place with 30. We'll go down here to Indiana in 12th place with 26. Connecticut, 13th place with 22. Ohio, 15th place with 20. New Jersey for Danny up in New Jersey in 17th place with 14. Pennsylvania in 18th place with 14. Wisconsin, 19th place with 12. Minnesota, for our friends up there in Minnetonka, Minnesota, they were in 20th place with 12. Massachusetts, 21st place with 11. Georgia was in 22nd place with 10. We'll go down a little bit further for Kansas. Kansas was in 24th place with 10. And Missouri was in 26th place with 8. Maryland was in 29th place with 7. Iowa was in 32nd place with 6. Utah was in 33rd place with 5. Rhode Island was in 34th place with 5. Idaho was in 35th place with 4. Kentucky, for our friends up there in Kentucky, 37th place with 3. Down a little bit farther, and we'll check out New Hampshire in number 1. The rest of these states, Arizona, South Dakota, Delaware, Alaska, and Wyoming, had nothing to report. That doesn't mean it was 0. Maine and Vermont as well didn't have anything to report. Doesn't mean that they didn't have anything. They just didn't report anything. Alrighty, folks, those are the numbers for the entire states, all of the states here in the United States. Now, this is what we refer to as the global view. These are the very, very big numbers. USA cases, 11,320,337. USA deaths, 248,227. Global cases, 55,472,374. And global deaths, 1,335,211. Those are the deaths that we're reporting today for the entire world, 1,335,211. Okay, folks, those are the numbers for today, for Tuesday. As I said, I got them in at 5:30. Now, as you can see, it's 6:30. I'm just putting this together. The next thing I have to do is assemble it, then I have to save it, and then I have to push it up. So you might not actually see it until about 7:30. I'm doing the best I can with what I got. Sorry about that. But it does look like the new normal for getting these numbers in is somewhere around 5 to 5:30 every evening. So until they come in sooner, I can't get them to you any sooner. So expect to see this around 6 or 7 o'clock, maybe even as late as 8 o'clock at night. But they will be fresh numbers. This is all good stuff. All right, thank you for watching. Got a couple of other things to add in here at the end. All righty, folks, those are the numbers, as I say every day, such as they are. Those are the numbers for today, for Tuesday. I hope I was able to get them up earlier rather than later, such as I did yesterday. Another thing to remind you about that the Polo Bistro is now open here in Vero Beach over here in Indian River Shores. They are not open for you to walk in, but they do the pre-prepared food, and they have the best prices of wine anywhere in Vero Beach. Best meaning lowest prices of wine. We're talking about wine that you know, wine that you are familiar with, like cake bread and those types of wines in Sterling, and some really, really fine, nice wines. And I'm telling you, you save as much as $10, $15 a bottle. Well, maybe not 15, but as much as $10 a bottle on some of that really nice wine. So they're open in the Pelican Plaza. I think they open around 10:30 in the morning, and I think they're open until around 4:30 in the afternoon. And it's called the Polo Bistro, and it is operated by John Marks and Kelly, and they do a terrific job. So tell them I said hi if you go over there and see them, but check them out. Also to remind you that the Beach Market is now scheduled to open December the 18th. A couple of setbacks over there in the course of getting permits and so forth to get open again. Alrighty, folks, I'm going to give you the shout-outs. I wanted to tell you some more about Johnny Jetson. I'm thinking about maybe doing a little special video just on him. I think that would be a nice tribute, and I do have some really good pictures of him, and I can tell you some stories about him. So let's do the quick shout-outs here. Marie Arnold, Diana Stark, Florida Lizzie now, no longer Iowa Lizzie, Cheryl Deacon, Alan Mary June, Gina Raymond, Joan, Ellen, Elizabeth Hutchison, George, Vanessa down in Miami, Tony in Miami, Kevin out in Houston, Texas, Wayne and Dorothy, my Minnetonka friends up in Minnesota, the Kennedys on Long Island, Donna in Vero, Jim Davis, the best radio voice on the planet, Tommy DeBray, my radio friend over there on the west coast of Florida, Raymond Carey, Captain Marcia. Good morning, Captain Marcia. She's not on duty, I don't think, until Wednesday or Thursday over here. Danny up in Jersey. Ron and Barb Dumoulin. Jim Peabody. Britt, Betsy, Sherry Hale, Jay, Timothy, John Marks, and Kelly over at the Polo. I've mentioned them several times. I always say hi to Heather Mason Wood. Heather's my favorite name. Gail Beeson, Carol, K-A-R-O-L, and Carol, C-A-R-O-L, and Bobby Young up in Kentucky. Barb, Jay, Megan Davis. Let's see, Diane, Joyce, Rosemary Biddle, Edith Stokes, Ginger, Barbara, Donna, Brenda, Costas, Donald, Julie, and Muffy, and Paul, Facebook, Ann Haley Danshaw, George Ed Danshaw, Kathleen, Bruce, Jay Parm, Jean, Nancy Bicknell, Nancy Strazula. I love saying that name, Strazula. I'm Italian too, yeah. My real name is Ruggiero. Susan Taylor, Marcia, and Marcia's friend is Susan Taylor is Marcia's friend. Barbie Chandler, Billy Moss, the best real estate guy for bars and restaurants here on the Treasure Coast. You're thinking about doing a bar or a restaurant, you get in touch with Billy Moss. He is the main guy. And then my daughter, Lisa Crider Brown, and I have to now announce my other daughter, Kimberly Peasy, easy peasy. Yeah, Kimberly is here as well. She showed up yesterday. She's going to be here on the Treasure Coast for her mom's birthday, and that will be on the 21st, and we're all going to get together to do a distance spacing birthday for her. So that's the shout outs for today, and I hope you have a very, very blessed and safe Tuesday. I look forward to seeing you back here on Wednesday, and I'm going to trot right over there and get my next dose of radiation, and I hope I will be glowing tomorrow, all right? Ron Crider signing off for today. Have a great day.